Hello, welcome once again. This is Rabbi Apple of Yahweh Spiritual Center, Ewutu Buagiasi, welcoming you. It excites me when I have to have chats with you of such nature. And I wish to appreciate all of you, all those of you who've been sending me those comments and questions. I appreciate all of you. And it excites me to meet you this way. Please, those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, I would be very happy if you can subscribe now, because there's a lot in stock, so that you hit the notification bell, so that anytime I make such videos, you can receive notice of these videos. Yes, just like I said, my name is Rabbi Dr. Afol of Yahweh Spiritual Center. Today, I want us to have a look at cleansing and protection. Cleansing and protection. Cleansing and protection. Yes, we get stuck with a lot of negative energies. Yes, we get stuck with a lot of negative energies, and this attaches itself to our spiritual bodies, and it has effect in our life, because you can have the instance of running a lot of bad law, or you have the spirit of stagnation. Anything you do does not seem to work out because of this negativity that is attached to us. What are some of the ways that that brings about this negativity? As when we are engaging ourselves in arguments and insults, this sort of attaches ourselves with some of this negativity. And then when we have people envying us or jealousing us, we also have this negativity attaching us. When we also meet people who are very mean, rude, and they do not treat us well, you understand? And then these people have what I call a superiority complex. It sort of affects us. Yes. And then when we have people who have prejudice, no fault of ours, they use us as a scapegoat. They sort of treat us badly, and these things can also attach to us. Then we have when Mercury goes into retrograde. Mercury does go into retrograde, I think 3 or 4 times every year for 3 weeks. And when it goes into retrograde, it means that it's going the other way around, anti-clockwise in a way. And so it affects our way of communication, etc. Then when we have people who ill will us, they are close friends, they are relatives, they laugh with us, they do everything with us, but they inwardly, they do not will us well. These things have negativity attaching to us and can be of a border. There are simple ways of cleansing ourselves from this negativity, and one of the ways is to use Florida water in our baths. Florida water, we can also put it in an unused spray. Then we can use it to spray our body to remove some of this negativity. We can also use holy water. Holy water, I will recommend holy water from the Catholic Church and then from the Anglican Church, because they have a procedure through which they do their holy water, and it's very effective in removing the negativity around them. Because of that, I have here this book. Yes, I ordered it. Yes, they were about 4 or 5 of them, and it shows the way by which the Catholics do their blessing of the holy water. So I'm capable of doing such water. And then we can also use first May water. First May water, it means the first rain in May is collected, and this water can also be used. We can also use rue water on which Psalm 23 has been read 3 times over it, can be used to remove this negativity. And then we can also use agrimony. Agrimony is a very powerful herb of cleansing. It cleanses the negative energy. I think, let me see if I can mention this botanical name. It is Agrimonia Patoria. Agrimonia patoria. That is the botanical name of agrimony. Then we can also use hyssop, which is Hyssopus officinalis. Hyssopus officinalis. So we can use hyssop. Then we can also use rosemary. Rosemary is Rosamanus officinalis. Rosamanus officinalis. That is the botanical name. I've done well. I was trying to mention some of these botanical names. I've done really well. Then locally, we have certain herbs that are used for this cleansing of negativity from our aura. I mean, our spiritual body. Our spiritual body. I will show some of you. Yeah, I got a few of them. This herb, bitter gourd. This is a bitter gourd. This herb is very, very common in Africa, and is used. I think I have to lower this. Yes. Okay, let me lower it. So, what happens is that the bitter gourd is very common used for spiritual purposes, and it's good for cleansing. It's a very good herb for cleansing. So we can use it to cleanse negativity from our aura. Then, yes, locally, this bitter gourd is known as nyenya. Nyenya, that is what it's called. Then we have here porcelain. Porcelain is also used. This is how porcelain looks like. Porcelain is also used, and porcelain is known as edre. Edre is also good for cleansing of negativity. Then we have here Pama Christi. Pama Christi is also known as Adedenkuma. Adedenkuma. These three herbs are enough when properly combined. And then when they are programmed, they can remove negativity around you and cut off some of the negative energies. We have other soaps that I will recommend, like sulfur soap. Sulfur soap is also very good. Then rue soap. Rue soap is also good for removing of these negative energies. Then we can also consult professionals, and they will use eggs. Eggs is a very good absorber, and it can absorb negativity from our aura, you know, and it's used in cleansing the 7 major chakras, starting from the crown, the ajna or the third eye, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, and then the solar plexus, the navel chakra, and then the root chakra. So this egg is used in a way to cleanse the chakras, thereby cleansing our bioplasmic body, which is our spiritual body or the aura. Yes, so that is the eggs for you. So some people also use crystals. I'll mention some few crystals which can be used in the cleansing process. Amethyst is good. Citrine crystal, jasper, and quartz. But all these crystals needs to be programmed to remove them. After you have cleansed your chakras or cleansed around you, what you do is that you need to protect your aura from subsequent negative attacks. And in doing that, we can use conditioning oils. Some of the conditioning oils that we can use is blessing oil. Then we can use eucalyptus oil is also good for protection. Then rue oil is also used. There are certain crystals that also can protect. The initial ones I mentioned were for cleansing. The crystals for protection: obsidian, tiger eye, jet, and then cat eye. These are some of the crystals that can be used in protecting you from negativity. And then to protect yourself from Mercury retrograde, that you can use emerald, and then blue gate, and then amazonite. Blue gate, and emerald are all in charge of communication, and they will sort of protect you from Mercury retrograde. Now people also use amulet or amuletum amulet for protection. I'll mention some of the amulets that can be used, and then we'll have a look at it. The pentagram of Solomon. The pentagram of Solomon can be used as an amulet to cut off negativity and to protect you from negativity. Then religious symbols such as the cross is also capable of cutting off negativity. And then in doing that, we need to have a cross that has been blessed. Just like I said, you can give your cross to a Catholic priest or an Anglican priest to bless it for you. Then the all-seeing eye is also an amulet that cuts off negativity. Some people use mirror as a way of protecting yourself from negativity. Then you can use the Psalms. We use Psalm 91 to protect ourselves, and this means that Psalm 91 ought to be said daily. Excuse me. Yes, I'm enjoying my herbal tea. Yeah, so we can use Psalm 91 to protect ourselves from the negativity. It means you need to be reciting it. And then you can also do creative visualization. In doing the creative visualization, you can visualize the descent of a white light and a ball of light around you. If you are able to see it strongly, it cuts off negativity and it shields you. But this needs to be repeated every 24 hours to have the shield around you to cut off negativities. And then sometimes too, we need to protect our place of abode, our houses. And we recommend washing the place with Chinese wash, or you spray Florida water in the place. And in doing that, you move from room to room, reciting Psalm 84 in each room. Then we can also bless our various rooms by sprinkling holy water. I've already showed you the source of holy water. If you can't get and you are close by, you can pass by. Just for a small token, I will bless a full gallon of water for you. And then in sprinkling the water through from room to room, we recite Proverbs 24 verse 3 to 4. This is recited in each room. Then in protecting, this one is for blessing. I mean, in protecting ourselves, our homes, we can use the black salt. And I'm an expert of the black salt. Yes, this is what. Yes, that is one. This is mine, Rabbi Afro, special black salt. Yes, so you can get one from me and use in protecting your home. Once you buy it, I'll show you. Then we can use holy oil, then protection oil or sea salt. Sea salt can also do it. Sulfur is very good in protecting your home from negativity. But if you want to burn sulfur, it is highly poisonous. So you need to burn and leave the room vacant for at least 3 days before you can enter your room. Other than that, you can have it planted in the four corners of your room or cast in the form of a circle in your room to shield yourself from, or the house from negativity. Certain plants are also very, very they are very effective in cutting off this thing. Cactus, the one with the pins around it. It's this plant is very protective, and the good news is that it can be programmed. You can program the herb so that it can cut off negativities from people, or the evil eye can cut it off. Then the fern can also be used, or palms. Palms are also used. Sometimes people also use amulets. The amulet Saint Benedict medal is used. Then Saint Michael The archangel's medal is also used. I have a mezuzah. Mezuzah is at the post of the door. Then the Star of David. The Star of David. The Star of David has power to also cut off negativity. The crucifix, then the pentagram, and the pentacle, they all do the same job. Do the same job. And then sometimes too, if you have too much negativity in a place, you want to burn incense to drive all negativity off. You can use white sage. It's very common used, white sage. You burn white sage, or you burn agrimony, and then asafoetida, then eucalyptus, and then rosemary. They have cleansing ability to cleanse this thing. Then if you don't get the incense and you get the oil, you can use an oil burner. You can use an oil burner and holy water, and it's very, very effective. If you have any item which has been bewitched, I will recommend that you either soak the item in Florida water, or you spray the item with Florida water or sea water, and then holy water, or then ammonia. All these can be used as a form of spray over what do you call it, bewitched item. If the item is too large for it to be soaked in these, then you only spray over them, or you boil and freeze the item concerned. You can boil the item and then freeze it, and then the negativity will sort of leave. Now, for spiritual baths, I think that is my next thing, but I'll just touch on a few. For spiritual cleansing bath, we can talk about holy water bath, ammonia bath, sea salt bath, and this must be done in at least 13 days. And then after which you put on protection oil or blessed oil, and then you will be secured from some of this negativity. I think once again, your brother, your friend, have been a blessing to someone. And just like I said, my number is +233 243 067 522. If you want to reach me, if you want to send or leave a comment below, please, you are most welcome. Thank you for listening to me. We'll be meeting for our next lesson on spiritual bath. No, I've done spiritual cleansing bath, but this particular one is doing specific bath, like money bath, love bath, and etc., using some of our local herbs. Thank you and stay blessed. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Baruch Hashem.